Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Third Age Total War Massive Overhaul Subbot. When we last left off, we were generally... we managed to take over pretty much all the Orcs of Gundabad and beat them back to the point where they were no longer much of a threat. I think the Free Peoples dealt with the remnants of their forces because, we missed one turn, I forgot to record, and they kind of just disappeared, so... I'm going to assume that they're all dead and gone, so we don't have to worry too much about them. Our main focus now is dealing with the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, who are being a pain in the arse as always. We're moving our armies over from the Lonely Mountain right now to retrain the King's army, and hopefully with that we'll be able to march on their fortresses in the mountains and deal with them once and for all. Once they're dealt with, we can turn our focus to the east and help the Men of Dale out. That's the plan anyway. That's the long-term plan. As you all know, my plans don't usually work, so... Well, they do work. I always say they don't work, but they do eventually work. Usually. Kind of. It's sort of a... They either work perfectly or they fail miserably kind of deal. But we are in the money, at the very least, now. Once we take more settlements and stuff, we'll be able to be in the money even more, but... We have quite a nice income, and enough to build quite a large army as well. Not currently sure what the situation is over at Rohan with the Isengard and all that. The Hornburg was kind of under siege quite a bit, but... I actually think we can go look and see, because it's showed it on the map quite a bit. But after this, we'll focus on getting that army to the king, so he can rally his men there. The men that he has in his group will send somewhere else. Or we might just use them as well, just as a army on themselves. Oop. Thank you for some cash, cancel. Never say no to free shit. Bastion's announcements. Invasion called. Eesh, that's not good for them. And they have lost the Hornburg by the looks of things. Which is not good for them either. I can't really do much to help Rohan, to be honest. But we control all this. We just got the Misty Mountains to deal with. Yeah, I recently learned quite a handy little trick. I've already done it, but... One of my subscribers mentioned quite a while ago, I kind of passed him off as insane because I was really sleepy and not paying much attention. But I managed to do it, and anyway, it's a pretty cool little thing. I'll show you it later on when we have some weakened troops. But if I bring the king over here, I'll give the king this army. And then Gimli can leave these guys in the battle. Build a port there. That port should connect that river to everybody else, so... See if we can't build a watchtower so we can keep over all of this. Now we could bring this little force here and get them to... go back to Lonely Mountain and retrain, but I'd rather wait for it, to be honest. Now we're keeping an eye on these guys over here because they're kind of rebuilding and stuff, but for now they're not my biggest concern. Well, they are, really. The Orcs in the Misty Mountains are my major concern, but I can keep an eye on them, which is nice. Because all it takes is one stack of them going around to somewhere that's undefended, like Graham or the other places up there, and killing me. Once I can build Dwarven forces and I get more culture bonuses over in that citadel just to the top left-hand side of the screen, Cardum, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Once I do that, I can use that as my forward operations base and pretty much retrain and recruit all my men from there rather than bringing them all the way over from the Lonely Mountain. But hopefully, we should be able to deal with the Orcs before they can make any kind of horrible flanking maneuver and kill me. That's the idea, anyways. I recently hit 500 subscribers when I recorded this tonight, which is quite a nice little milestone, I think. Another 500 and we've got 1,000. I can't get over there to help them though. It's if Dale was under attack, then I accept. Okay, they're going to bugger off and go south, which is fine. They can go that way. I'm happy with them fucking off over there. That's where we want to take. We want to take that and then march that way. There you go, we've got that army, so the king can lead that army onto the mountains themselves. Just going to check over at Lennon Mountain for a second and see what's going on there. I'm half tempted to build this, because it's like an early warning system to ask the Men of Dale to come help me. Mainly just in case that happens, but I don't think... I don't know. It's either that or mining complexes, which I think will give me more cash. Which I think is the obvious choice, really. So yeah, fuck it, mines. I don't think there's much I can build in these places, to be honest. See, I can build certain places, things in here as well. It says the culture bonus isn't high enough yet for it actually to do anything useful. Now, once that town's guard's built, we should have better public order in that place. So now I can up the tax a bit. I don't want to move Gimli on the Misty Mountains until the king's over here, so we'll just end the turn for now. I'd kind of like Gimli to have more men, but... oh well. There's not much I can do about that. Now, so far at the very least, I mean, by now we've got to the point where my audio in this is actually with my brand new mic, and it's a lot better than the old one. I mean, it is just yards, planets better. Than the old one. There's such an improvement. I don't know, it must be a hell of a lot better to listen to my voice through this than the old one. Just basically a hell of a lot better than watching the old videos. And the Third Age videos have been actually quite popular, I think. They've gotten quite a lot of good feedback and likes and views, and I think I'll keep doing it. I'll probably set up a voting system or something, and generally just... yeah, I'll probably record the faction selection screen and just let you guys comment and vote on what faction you want me to do. After the Dwarves are done, obviously. The Dwarves won't be done for a while, but that's what I'm going to do in order to select what faction I'm going to do next with the Third Age. Because the Third Age takes a hell of a lot longer than the Westeros videos. In the Westeros, I just generally do the factions you want ceasefire. No. I never get that. You can make ceasefire and peace with evil factions. Fuck no. I'm going to kick their ass, thank you. I'd rather kill them now than let them rebuild and just attack me later on. I want the orcs dead, all of them. I don't care. But yeah, the Westeros, I usually pick factions in the order of what factions I like the most. Usually starting with Starks in the north and going down south. But with this, it takes so long for certain things to, like... It takes so long for the factions to be done, obviously with the turn times and it being a hell of a lot bigger map, that I think it's only fair that I let you guys vote on what faction you want next. I did have a couple of pointers on what factions people wanted to see earlier on, though, as well. I think some people requested... what did you request? Some people requested the Horse Lords and Rohan, which I'm fine with. I don't mind Rohan at all. Can we build anything that increases? Let's just improve the roads. Best thing to do, I think. Yeah, some people requested Rohan, and I think some people requested evil factions as well. I think I'll stick to the idea of doing the good factions first. And then just going all out evil. Just being an ass. But I think that's the best thing to do, really. I'm hoping that those orcs just stay there for now. We can take that outpost there and then march from Coldfells, leaving Gimli at the orc outpost or somewhere around it. That's the plan, anyway. Could I have moved the king then? I'm pretty sure he was out of turns. I don't know, I forgot. So what I'd really like is 2 full stacks with Gimli as well, but the king's stack is pretty much full of quite decent troops, so... And Gimli by himself can take on pretty much outnumbered amounts of orcs. I think the orcs of the Misty Mountains are a hell of a lot more disorganized and rely on numbers more than anything to overwhelm their enemy. Rather than the orcs that I've already wiped out were more organized and had heavy infantry and stuff. I think the other orcs just rely on light infantry and swarming your enemies. Now I think, if you look on the map slightly where the Misty Mountains is, I think at least every point in the Misty Mountains has been taken by the elves. Which is fine, really, as long as I can get Moria. Because that's what I want. My main goal here is to wipe out the orcs and take Moria. Somehow killing the Balrogs. That's going to be a pretty awesome battle. I say Balrogs because there's a group of them. There isn't just one. I've been thinking as well. One thing I'll do, because the Third Age has sort of a fellowship campaign that you can do when you can follow the path of the fellowship from Breed all the way to Mordor. And you have to fight battles and stuff on the way there and shit, and it's quite awesome. I think we'll do something along those lines later on. I don't think it works for the Massive Overhaul submod. I think down here in that capital we've got a huge amount of orcs. But what we really want to do is deal with Coldfells first before we do anything.
Aye, my liege. Marching now. Aye, sire.
Let's make sure nothing comes from that direction. That's done in 2 turns. I think both of these places have stuff building. Don't really need a culture bonus in that. It's already got full culture. That's building roads. I don't think there's really much we can build up here. At all. Yeah, look, watch this. We can bring that, guys, and make them into one pile. Like so. I literally, honestly did not know that I could even do that. At all. I had absolutely no idea we could do that. I've never even thought about doing it. It's something like so simple that I never even considered it being there. But apparently it is. I think Gimli can take that orc outpost on him by himself, really. It would cut off their trade with the Coldfells. Trying to think what's the best way to do this. I think get Gimli to take that orc outpost, keep him there, and then send the king off to fight the other guys. And take Coalfells, so we don't have to worry about behind us. We can just focus on the Misty Mountains. But then we run the risk of getting attacked from the other side, and I don't know, it's tricky. This would be so much easier if I already controlled Coldfells. Yeah, once we dealt with the Orcs and the Misty Mountains, we don't have to worry about them anymore, and they're all wiped out. We can turn all our forces to the Lonely Mountain and just focus on that one border. And it's going to be so much just, it's going to be smooth sailing. I say that. I probably shouldn't have said that, but, still.
By your will, sire, we shall engage. We shall hold them to siege, sire. Awaiting your order, sire.
Yeah, so Goblin Infantry is kind of crap. Attack 3, 1. And then Skirmishers have got missiles. See, they've got more archers and stuff than the other places.
Aye, my liege. We march to glory. Honor, my lord.
How much cash am I getting every turn? Minus something, for some reason. I think that's because I've been building stuff, but... What to do. Just making sure I can't build anything. Nothing to increase public order or anything, so I think I just build big farm, I guess.
I'll rip off your head and
Great, a bunch of rebels. If they attack me, I will kill somebody. It's got 3 turns on it. Nothing I can really build there, nothing there. That's building that. This is building the port on the next turn, which is going to increase my upkeep by quite a bit in income, so that's quite nice. I just don't really think there's much more I can build. I just need to keep doing this, really. Okay, next turn. It looks like it's trying to take me somewhere on the screen at the same time as doing turns for some reason. Because it's like scroll. There you go, look, see, it's moving, but I don't know what the hell. See, I think there's a real danger that Rohan might get wiped out. Or at the very least, come close to getting wiped out. I'm hoping they won't show out of anywhere and they're too busy fighting somebody else to do much of harm. But I'm kind of hoping they went south to fight Rohan with that invasion that Sauron called. Which would be real nice, because that's like an entire stack or so of units that's not going to be killing me. Go kill somebody else so that I can't help. I keep declining that aid thing. I don't know what the hell it does exactly. I suppose if you go and help them, it gives you, like, stuff in return. I don't know. If it did it for Dale, and there was an invasion called on Dale, then I'd click yes, because they're right next to my borders and I can help them. But I can't go all the way to Rohan and help those guys. Ah. The ring has been located. Where exactly? It was dragging me down this way on the screen, so I assume it's somewhere around here. Where is the ring? Wow, that is a real deadly force of Crusaders there. Where is the ring? Where is the ring? Not quite sure why I'm looking over here, because generally the ring is in the hands of the enemy. Should be like a giant arrow on the screen somewhere. I've never actually had Mordor get the ring. And like, get it at Mount Doom and then resurrect Sauron. I imagine it would just be a giant, we're screwed kind of thing. At least I imagine that's what would happen. We'd just be completely fucking dead. If we build a barracks there, that gives us another place to build some units. How much stuff do we have in this now? We have 33, which 35 allows us to build some other stuff, I think. But what we really want is like 80 or some shit like that, I think we need.
Aye, my liege. In your name, honor, my lord. Leading the men with honor, sire.
Is it worth fighting that? Not really.
A proud victory. Aye, sire.
At your service. On my way.
My king, we march to glory. Set a watch. here not to walk.
Now we leave Gimli there to fight that.
Yes, my king. Something to investigate.
We need to go through the elves' lands and deal with those. I think we've built everything that we can build right now.
Aye, my liege.
Soon the king will go over there and deal with that. Gimli can stay there and defend the Orc outpost. So I don't have to worry about watching my back too much. Once Kelfels is taken care of, we should just have to deal with the actual Misty Mountains itself, meaning I don't have to constantly watch my back and worry about them attacking me. Too much, anyways. I actually do think they control a town or something just down south, or sort of southwest-ish of the Misty Mountains as well. So we might have to go take that. If the Free Peoples won't do it themselves, which they never do anything by themselves. We should be able to fit the Battle of Coldfells into this video. Hopefully. Otherwise we'll have another video where I don't really do anything of importance anyways. We do get those videos with the Third Age, unfortunately, where not really much happens, just me moving units and retraining and building and stuff and getting ready to attack. But unfortunately, that's just how it is, really. I mean, the only way around that is for me to completely not record that, which I think would just be horrible. Because you'd miss entire chunks thinking, well, what happened there and what did I miss, kind of thing. I'd rather just record it and, you know, you still seem to enjoy it. I mean, you get to see what I'm doing and where we move to and what the plan is and everything and what's going on and what the next part will be, and I think it's worth uploading, to be honest. A small part of me says you should just skip it. I do occasionally do that with Westeros. If I've just killed a faction and I'm not currently at war with anybody else, I'll like skip ahead 20 or so turns where my units are all ready for a new war. What are you doing, Run? Stay away from me. Their demands. Become a vassal. Go fuck yourself, you overgrown piece of shit. Yeah, I think not, jackass. They want me to become their vassal. The fuck I will! That's the first time that's ever happened. No AI has ever asked me to become their vassal before. Especially when I have such a large empire under my control.
At your service. I smell your fear.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna bow the knee to you little shits. That's gonna fucking really happen. Do. Let's just check, make sure we can't build anything. I think we can. I could just do this, of course. Jump from every... Probably the more efficient way to do it. Go in there. Just give you motion sickness. I can't really build anything here. Because like you'll build catapults, but... I never use catapults at all. I mean... Just never really comes to my mind to even bother using catapults. The AI does, when it like sort of gets to the point where it doesn't have too much cash. And it uses them. But yeah, okay, next turn. still can't believe they asked me to be their vassals. Really? No, thank you. Fuck no, mate. Will I betray all of the good factions just to become your slaves? No. No, I will not. It's just a bit of an outlandish, random thing to ask me. Become my slave. You know, it's there on the table. You want to become my slave? We could be the bestest of friends. Yeah, no. Fuck off. Now I have a reason to kill them. Other than I hate them. We shall repay them for this outrage. What are they doing in my outpost? If they just assassinated Gimli, I'm going to be pissed. You stay away from Gimli. I don't want to have to move him all the way from the fucking Lonely Mountain all over again. Well, the next time I go from the Lonely Mountain to over here, I'm going to place watchtowers on the way, so that we can see our lands a bit better. Uh-oh. What are they doing now? Something's under attack. Holy crap! Well, you know what I was saying earlier about the Orcs of the Misty Mountains fucking off south and killing someone that I can't help? Well, there you go. Runs turned up, you got a full stack of Mordor armies. Orcs of the Misty Mountains and them. Rohan is fucked. This is literally, Rohan is screwed, man. They are so fucking dead.
Aye, my liege. We march to battle. Aye, sire. Laying siege at once. Should we move to the wall, sire?
Yes, my king. At your service.
Let's have an orc spy over here so we can keep an eye on the mountain pass. What's with a lot of frame rate lag, man? But yeah, that sucks for Rohan. It's gonna suck for me when those guys get back to the Misty Mountains as well. I'm kind of worried about Run attacking me now, though. If they were, if their AI was strong enough to demand a vassalage from me, how many troops do they have? Because they must be quite powerful if they have the nerve to ask me that.
My king.
You'd think.
By your will, sire, we shall engage. Awaiting your order, sire.
Yes, my king.
Let's just send my spy north, south a bit so that we can keep an eye on any advance from that area, direction.
On my way. At your service.
It should be like down here somewhere where they control something. God damn the frame rate! Why is it doing this? Yeah, so that's the place I need to go to, really, to take out that capital. I need to take Coldfells as well. I can't take that other place without taking Coldfells. Okay, we'll end the turn. Hopefully they won't attack me. Personally, I'd rather be on the offensive as the Dwarves. With their infantry, they're far better suited to charge into battle and just rip the shreds out of people. Whereas Gondor would do so much better on defense. With their like heavy armored infantry and pikemen and just stand in one line and formation, and they're more like professional military force that just stays still like a rock and just beats back anything that attacks it. Whereas the Dwarves are just kind of attack quickly. They are good on defense, don't get me wrong, but they got the whole shield wall special ability, most of the units. But the thing is, when you're facing Orcs, and they outnumber you 2-1, which they usually do, because there's just fucking shit tons of them, it's usually just better to kill as many of them as you can really quickly, rather than let them come to you and swarm around you. That's another thing I might do, though. Historical battles. There's like 4 of them with the... I don't know if it's like a different story with the normal version rather than the thing, but whatever. Historical battles with the Third Age that I might do as well. There's none for Westeros, obviously, because it's not complete, but I think it's worth doing a video just playing as the historical battles and fighting them. Actually, I think Game Global TV, I remember something popping up with them saying about needing people for that. Don't know. We are not going to have time to fit in this Coldfells battle at all. It's been like 38 minutes, give or take. So it's going to be another video of just me recruiting and doing stuff really and talking. Which is fine, I think. I don't think you guys mind too much. I think they've just lost their capital. Holy crap, there's more of them. Do you remember, like, quite a while back I said something about... Once I deal with the Orcs... At least half the Orcs are dead. But once I deal with the Orcs, the evil factions are screwed. I take back everything. There's now 2 stacks of Mordor infantry. 1 entire stack of those guys, and an entire stack of Misty Mountains against 1 stack of Rohan dudes at their capital. Rohan is fucked. Totally screwed.
Yes, my king.
I was going to send a spy down here and see if I can't find their second settlement. So I imagine all I'd have to do is follow the road. Yep, there it is. But damn it, that is a large-ass army of dudes. But the thing is, even at that size, I think... Yeah, that used to belong to the elves, this place, by the looks of it. I'm hoping that the Free Peoples take it. But even at that size, my armies are much more professionally trained. And are a lot better. Now, if I can just siege that for 6 turns and... Or at least batter them down a little bit. Now that's their capital, which I'll keep an eye on at all times. Gimli's there with just enough people to hold off any kind of attack, I think. If the king just stays there and whittles down their forces until the point where we can take it, I'll keep a spy over here so we can keep an eye on this settlement. I want to go around... can we do this yet? What's the percentage? 39. We need that at like 100 before we can start really recruiting stuff from that location. Axe throwers, ballistas, pub, culture. There's not really much for happiness, which is really what I'm suffering from at the moment. There's nothing I can build in there. I'm doing it again. I really should just click this button and go back and forward from each settlement and see Nah, not really much point in doing anything there. We got Gimli in that place, which you can't recruit anything. We're building a barracks there so we can recruit stuff. Hopefully. Can't build anything Danes Hall or there. The mining complex is about to be finished in the Lonely Mountain. And this place hasn't really got anything else to do. So yeah. Once that bit in the Lonely Mountains finished, we should just be able to do it, but... Anyway, we will, one more turn, I think. We obviously can't put in the Cold Fells battle into this part, but we will in the next. We'll do one more turn, and we will see what the hell happens. Hopefully we won't get attacked by anything. But we'll do one more turn so we don't have to do it in the next part. Sorry for the lack of combat again, guys. It's just, I can't really help it. I mean, I could attack and not be prepared and could spend less time building buildings and stuff and keep an eye on my economy, but if I rush things and I like lose an army or something, if I lose that king's army, I have to go all the way back to the Lonely Mountain and retrain and rebuild everything. So if I lose my military presence in the Misty Mountains, I'm fucked, because the Orcs can just steamroll over everything that I've taken. By the time I get forces back from the Lonely Mountain all the way to the Misty Mountains, I'll be dead. Just fucked, really. I'm sure you guys don't mind. I mean, it's not like the first time I've ever done a video where there's not really much combat. People still watch it, and you still seem to enjoy it. So, I mean, if people complained in like fucking type hate comments saying, "Oh, this is shit. Why'd you upload this shit? Why there's no combat? We aren't bothered watching it." Then I'd okay. If enough people did that, then I'd be okay. Okay, fine. I won't do it. There'll just be giant blank gaps in between all of the Third Age things where you don't get to see anything. Which is why I think it's a stupid idea, and I'll never do it. I don't mind skipping a couple of turns ahead, obviously, to like when I'm finished with the Orcs and Misty Mountains and they're dealt with. I fully plan to skip like 20 turns ahead so that you guys don't have to watch an entire video of me pretty much just moving all of my troops from the Misty Mountains over to the Lonely Mountain. I'd rather skip a couple of turns ahead and be directly ready to get into the combat. There goes Rohan. Now that settlement has fallen to invaders, evil creatures throughout the Middle Earth are hoping to spread the news of the rousing victory of their enemies. Monor's taking it. Oh, good. I think Rohan's fucked. I'm going to go out on a whim and say Rohan is screwed. Okay, what the hell do we build here? Retraining costs reduced by 20%. Public order bonus due to law. 30. Fuck me. This magic and giant hall was cut into the Blue Mountains by the Dwarves under the leadership of Fane the Foreign at the crest of the impressive stairs of the court of the visitor entrance, a section known as Foreign's Gates. Wait. It was cut into the Blue Mountains. I don't get it. I mean, that's not the Blue Mountains, it's the Lonely Mountains, isn't it? Ballistic towers, bar. What have we got here to build? Ready, armorer, fairground. I'm half tempted to build the nest. On the other hand, I think I'm half tempted to yeah, we'll build the armorer. Some of my troops will be better. Okay, let's go down here. Hopefully that will slowly wound them to the point where we can actually do something. I might even make the next... Ooh, crap. Okay, yes, yeah, so I was going to say I might even do a couple of extra turns just to whittle down their forces. But we've got Orcs on the way, so I'd rather kill them quickly and get the fuck back over the Misty Mountains and attack. It looks like the Free Peoples are about to take that, hopefully. So if they take that, I just have to focus on the Misty Mountains themselves, which is fine. As long as we take Cold Fells pretty quickly. Anyway, guys, we'll end this here. Sorry there wasn't much combat in this, but you know how it is. I've already explained that. It's not too big of a deal, I don't think. I do try to put as much combat into the game as possible, because it is the most funnest part of it, obviously. But anyway, it is a part of Total War games, building and recruiting men and stuff like that. That is, after all, what a strategy game is all about. So, there's no strategy game about that kind of stuff. If it was just fight, it would be a real-time strategy game and not a turn-based one. Anyway, annotation, top right-hand side. I will see you there. That's all for now. Soul out.